Here we go again. The worst time of the year. Anytime this is out. World Tournament. This is, yeah, worst thing ever, man. The worst mode in the game easily. But to make it go by faster, here's the best team to use for World Tournament. Now this was, I will say it was tested that this is like the best team as of right now by Lotad, who has won multiple World Tournaments. I don't know if they are going for it here, but you'll see that everybody in the top of the leaderboard has pretty much this same team that I'm using right now, and you can tell by the leader skills. So look at the AGL Vegetas. You'll see how many of the AGL Vegetas there are, and you'll see that it's very similar to the team that I'm using. Now I don't see Lotad on here, but I know Lotad is like a World Tournament #1 place winner. So it's a very reliable source, and again, it's Lotad on Twitter. You'll see it, or X, whatever you want to call it. You can see that most of the people here in the top 100 as of right now are using the AGL Vegeta. Like, if you look at how many AGL Vegetas there are compared to, like, Texamasu and Broly, even Intma Juniors, like, there are so many more AGL Vegetas. This just goes to show that this is the team you want to be rocking. So, at this point, I expect pretty much all of you to have AGL Vegeta because one, you got to choose him if you didn't have him with the Memorial Stone in what was it, the 10th anniversary, yeah. 10th anniversary, end of 10th anniversary, and he has now come back and you can buy him with coins, and he's also been on the banners. So at this point I kind of do expect you to have him, so this is going to be the best team, and of course it does include him on here. And if you want to substitute, just know it does make the team worse. Like, I don't remember exactly what this exact team does. This is for speed. So, this is getting the fastest time possible. Now, you might not get the most points at once with this team, but it is going to give you the fastest time. Now, this is like my sub team if you don't have 10th anniversary Vegeta for some reason. Again, based off of you being able to choose a unit in 10th Annie and him coming back now. He's readily available to most people, if not like everybody. So, yeah, this is the old team. This is probably like second best team. Again, it's a sub team. It's not going to be as good as this team though. It's available. You can run this. All old units here. Everybody here is at least like 2 years old pretty much at this point now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, this is your sub team. So if you have any substitutions, I guess you can make substitutions to this team. Honestly, I would keep it this way. Obviously, bring in Intma Jr. Let's get in here. Actually, before we get in here, items. Usher, Chilai, Yama, and the Turles Tree of Might. So we go in, right? We're in prelims. You see the bonus team? You kind of want to make sure you go to the bonus team if you have an option. Like, if you don't have, like, 6, you go to the bonus team because you need to make sure you get the bonuses. These will get you just the most. Everybody just instantly disappears on the bonus team. Nobody has any health whatsoever. Very easy. Again, it's a prelim stage. You know, it is what it is, man. I always like to make a video just to make sure that you guys know how to beat these as fast as possible because it's not a good mode, okay? It's straight up, it's just not a good mode. So we want to be in here as little as possible. So that is why I'm giving you the best team. And I do this every time. Even if there's not an update, not everybody has seen that first video. So again, I do think it's important to get this out here. Make sure you spend the least amount of time doing this. So for that, if you would please drop a sub to the channel, leave a like on the video if you haven't. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much. We are on the grind to 1K subs right now, so again, if you're trying to help us out to 1K, greatly appreciate it. Now, back to this. You don't really need to target anybody until the semifinals and the finals. The reason is because some of those characters have a ton of HP, and Majunior works is in every time he attacks, he gets buffs. So for prelims, it doesn't matter. You can just go for this. But if you go against a physical Omega, which I have seen, I do not recommend bringing physical Omega in here just because he has the little active animation every single time. and you're not using it. So it really is just a waste to watch the active animation pop. The only reason it's fine for Majunior is because he has the active attack. And with the active attack, you don't have to click any of the key spheres, so it's even faster. You see, it does do this. It does that for physical Omega, except you don't use it for physical Omega. So it is actually just a waste of time. But for it works for Int Junior again because you actually use it and you don't have to go through any of the key spheres, which ends up making it faster than what it would normally be. You don't have to sit through that little keys. It is seconds, but when you have to do these like each of these stages 100 times, if you do 3 seconds, like it'll add up. Okay, so it's just unnecessary time spent, wasted that you don't want to do because it's World Tournament. This mode sucks, and you don't want to be in here for a super long time. So this is a very efficient way to do it. You don't. If you really want to go for the stuff on the ground, you can. I don't recommend it. I would just get it over with. Just go as fast as possible. You can't see this because, I mean, it just shows the screen, but I am literally like every time if you saw my phone screen, you'd see my thumbprints and whatnot, and it would be spamming in the same spots, and then I am like constantly swiping up to get the junior active to pop like right away. So again, it's just a speed thing, and if you don't want to do that, it's fine. You could just do this, put it on the background, just look over every little bit. You can easily do something else. Like I'm doing something else right now, but I'm recording, so it's not really too different. This takes a long time. But you can see right here, like you can see when the blue light is there. You can see when I'm tapping, which is kind of nice. Instantly. Oh yeah, by the way, I do have the friend unit set to int, extreme int Namekian. So only int Majuniors are popping up there. So I don't even have to look at the screen when I'm tapping those because I know it's gonna be int Majunior and it's not gonna be anybody else. I also will set my friend lead to int Majunior. So right there, you see those as physical Ginyu first. I shouldn't have attacked physical Ginyu. I think he's actually fine. He doesn't have a ton of defense or HP, whatever it is that makes it so you can't one-shot them. Omega is one of the characters, though, that if he's in the slot 1, you'll want to attack, like, the slot 2. Just because, again, he didn't get one-shot already, and I've seen it. So, just to make sure he gets one-shot, I feel like you want to just make sure you attack him. As you can see, we got 3 wins already. It doesn't take too long. I'm almost out of stamina, which is going to be like, I don't want to use meat, but I'm going to have to because honestly, I'm going to get to 23 mil, and that's where I'm going to stop, I think. I've been going to 30, but I don't think going to 30 is necessary this time for me. I don't really care about the rewards too much, and I'm not going to get high enough to the point where I'm going to get some crazy extra rewards anyways, so just going to 23 works for me. I don't need the Kais. If you need more Kais, definitely go to 30, get all of your rewards. But with this strategy right here, you'll be able to get the 20 wins in a row, 20 wins total, and get all the missions except for the 23 plus mil missions, unless you're going for the 23 mil plus missions. Like, it's up to you. I'm not personally going to do it because I don't get anything for it. So in a situation like this where you don't have a junior, you just pop the Usher. And if you have to pop something else, you pop something else. But the Vegeta, there's usually one unit on here that'll take care of it where you don't need to pop like a second item. Popping items takes time, so if you can avoid, actually, since this was a bonus stage, I didn't even need to do it, but actually no, because the attack animations that they do also take time. So just keep that in mind. Popping items takes time, so don't pop items unless you need to. If there is an attack before you're attacking, and obviously you don't have Int Junior on here, which is pretty unlucky, honestly, but most of the time you will. You don't need to use an Usher unless there's an attack in front of you and there's no Int Junior on the team. So right here, there's an attack in front of me, but since I have Int Junior, it's fine because you just, it's an active attack. You just go through it. It doesn't matter. But if you don't have Int Junior on rotation and there's an attack in front of you, I would honestly just automatically use the item. This hasn't happened to me for years, but I remember back in the day, dying in World Tournament is awful, especially when you have to get the 20 wins in a row. And then it's just, man, it's negative, negative, negative. You just don't want to see it, all right? It's as simple as that. But we're coming up here, 10-minute mark. If you made it this far and you aren't subbed, please drop a sub to the channel. Again, I think this is the best team. It's not I think it is the best team right now that anybody knows of. You saw the top three were all using this team. You couldn't see the whole team, but trust me, with the leader skill, they're using this team. I almost, I like 99.9% guarantee it. But here it is. This is it. Best team, fastest team to use for World Tournament to make it so you don't have to spend as much time here because nobody wants to play World Tournament, including me. Like, well, again, once I get 23 mil, I'm done. I'm not touching this. This is one of the worst gifts that they can give. Although it does give you a lot of stones, so I do actually recommend getting it up to the again 23 mil if you can. Otherwise, you're missing out on stones. The SSRs, honestly, the World Tournament, like free-to-play characters are kind of buns most of the time, but sometimes they're cool. I didn't want to get out to that. But we'll go here. I'll show you what you want to get done. So you go over here, you go to missions. If you're worried about this for Grandpa Gohans, I'm not worried about Grandpa Gohans. Usually you won't even be able to get first place unless you're like a super sweat. But yeah, you get one Grandpa Gohan and these. I don't even need these medals either. Tickets, don't really need them. Don't care. Missions. This is here. You're gonna get. I'm going for everything up to 23 mil, so I'll be stopping at the 3 stones. You'll get all the stones that you can get once you get to 23 mil. That's that. Because then you'll also come over here. You'll also win 20 world tournaments, and then you'll also win 20 world tournaments in a row. Beers here is another 5 stones. So you get again, you get a lot of stones here. It is worth it in terms of stones. You also get some Cauliflas and Kales, which honestly, with their ECAs, they could be useful for some missions. So again, that's why I think 23 mil is the best stopping point if you don't want the Kais. If you want the Kais, go for the Kais, get to 30, and stop at 30. And again, there's no reason to go above that unless you're grinding for something over here. Like if you want top 50th in local or whatever, usually you can get that once you get 30 mil. You'll be top 50, sometimes even top 20 if you get 30 mil. So it really just depends on the local rankings here. Unless again, you're going to be a sweat, you're not going to get this. You're not going to get most of these things. Up until I would say most normal people in terms of world tournaments, getting like 50K is reasonable. I think when you get 30 mil, you get somewhere in between these two, I believe. If nobody's playing World Tournament, maybe you could get this with 30 mil, but you want to go a little bit higher if you're going for that. I don't really care about these, so I'm not going to be going for these at all. But again, thank you for watching. I'm out.